Now to do all of this, what you want to do is understand how you can reach out to them. Now I have a template over here. So you've seen the thumbnail. If you're not really one of those people who's actually interested in doing freelancing and freelancing as a video editor for a long time, you can skip this video. You can go forward in your feed and see something else which is probably slightly more interesting, because this video is only for the ones who are serious in making money. Well, this is 2024 and I'm Manish from Design Hub. I'm going to talk to you how you can make money from freelancing as a video editor in this year, and probably the ones after this as well. So let's get started. Video editing has been one of those careers which has been growing very constantly over the last couple of years. Since 2015, when I started becoming a video editor, I have seen over a 10x growth in the last 5 years. What I want to tell you is the market is still going to grow faster than it has ever before because of new products and new pieces like Instagram Reels that were not there in 2015, or YouTube content, which is now becoming one of the major reasons for people to start purchasing products as well, is shooting up drastically. If I talk about stats, somewhere around 20 to 25% growth is expected constantly year on year for video editing processes. With all of this, there are platforms like YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and the demand for content is skyrocketing, and thus we need a lot of people who can create these videos as well. And in this video, I'm going to talk to you how you can start your own freelancing business for video editing. First up is video editing software. Now there are two softwares in the market that have been dominant for a long time: Adobe Premiere Pro and Apple's FCP or Final Cut Pro. Both of these softwares are like Swiss Army knife in terms of video editing. Whether it comes to editing, adding subtitles, adding motion graphics, text, VFX, very simple VFX by the way, not a lot, rotoscoping and a couple of other small things can be done very easily, and it can do everything that you might need to do as a video editor who is freelancing for a lot of different industries. Both of these softwares are the first step in you becoming a video editor freelancer. In case you do not know any of these softwares, I do have a course on Adobe Premiere Pro. You can find that link in the description below and jump on that wagon to start learning Premiere Pro. Now the next thing is learning what you can do and what you can't. Once you've gone through the tutorials of any of these softwares, you'd want to understand what is the things that you have been able to grasp very easily. There are multiple variations. You can talk about short form videos, which are 45 to 90-second content pieces like stories or reels. That's something. You also have slightly medium to long form content, which is about 4 to 5 minutes of content, which is the most dynamic form of content which is available on YouTube. Then you also have professional grade video editing, which is necessary for filmmaking. In case you think you're probably artsy, if you have some experience on that side in storytelling and story writing, you might just want to experience some of video editing skills as well, so that you have a whole gamut of your processes. So between these three options is probably a good point to start learning and figuring out what content you'd want to create for all of these. Now, once you have understood this, I would recommend you looking at a couple of tutorials which are in your niche, whether it is templates or learning how short form content is created, or learning video color correction and color grading for long form content, or if you're creating movies, you'd want to understand about cuts and transitions and music as well. Now, all of these things is necessary for you to understand where your heart lies. I personally stick to the short form and medium to long form content because that is where I have a lot of experience in, and I love doing a lot of pieces like that. Well, once you have learned or you have picked out what you want to do, is go check out a lot of tutorials and explanations about how all of these things are created. You can learn about transitions, you can learn about templates. As I said, all of these things are something that will get you started and get you hooked in the form of content that you want to create. How do you go about learning a tutorial? Well, in my experience, the best way to do this is look at the tutorial at 1x speed for the entire time. Do not go to the software right now. You want to understand what the tutorial person is giving you. What are they trying to train you on, and what are the tools that might be necessary. Once you have an entire understanding of what is happening, Then in the next step, look at the tutorial and open your software over here. Look at a certain part and try to replicate that. Keep on doing this, pause the video, do this entirely yourself, resume the video, understand what's happening, and then do it again yourself. Because this is one of the best ways in executing what you have just learned and doing it and putting it on your system as well. As you hone all of these skills, what you also want to do is create a portfolio or a showreel if you are a video editor. A showreel is very similar to a portfolio, where a portfolio might have multiple independent projects. A showreel is just a culmination or a compilation of multiple projects that you have executed. Now, why a showreel helps is because it might be able to showcase the dynamic gamut and the dynamic projects that you have executed, right? You might have executed short-term projects, and you might have executed very long-form content pieces as well, and you can show all of those in a showreel. What you want to do is to create a nice video or a nice output that you can showcase to anybody using this showreel. Now, here's a tip. If you're doing short form and medium to long form content, you might want to get your hands on learning a lot of templates and understanding how stock footages work, because that comes in really handy in that sort of segment. So for this, you might just want to explore Envato or Motion Array and similar websites like that present you with a lot of stock footage options and motion graphic templates as well. Now, if you have created your showreel, I would recommend you upload it on a platform where you can show it very easily. Best case scenario is YouTube, because from YouTube you'll be able to showcase your video very easily to anybody. And once you have that, the next thing that you want is get clients. Now, getting clients is slightly tricky because this is the main part of the business, and I'd be creating more content on how to crack clients, but here's a kicker. What you want to get started off is understanding what are the platforms that you can go to find clients. There are platforms like Fiverr and Upwork, from where you can create a profile. You can start reaching out or creating documents that can be shared across with clients. Fiverr, there might be a lot of people who might approach you because you have created your own profile there. And from Upwork, you might just have to create a sort of a services portfolio and reach out to the clients who are looking for people like you. There is another way, which is reaching out to people who are in your surroundings or are in your vicinity. Now, they might be in your social circle like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. You might just want to reach out to a couple of people who are creating similar content, or they could be people who are generally creating content, or they might just need a different taste, and that's why they might work with you. Now, to do all of this, what you want to do is understand how you can reach out to them. Now, I have a template over here, which you can use, copy paste and fill in the blank spaces, and start reaching out to a lot of people who you think you can reach out to. Now, the easy way is to, of course, reach out to as many people who you think are relevant on your LinkedIn and Instagram, and figure out if they really want your services. The other way is to find people who are just started off creating content. Now, you might be able to find them on Instagram or on YouTube. Find out who their profiles are, reach out to them if you can find their emails, or if you can find, you can probably DM them on Instagram directly as well, Instagram or Facebook, and make sure to add your showreel to it so that you can support what you are suggesting with a visual demonstration. And that is basically how you can get started with freelancing as a video editor. Now, all of these things I'd be creating more content on, and as I said, I'd probably want to learn more about what you want to learn from me. I've been doing this for a long time, and I might be able to help you in multiple domains. So make sure that you put across your queries in the comment section over here, and I will reach back to you with a lot of new content on all of these pieces. In the meantime, go on the channel, subscribe it, and check out the multiple tutorials that I've already placed on Premiere Pro, on After Effects and Photoshop, in case you're trying to do any of that, right? And make sure to like this video and share it with somebody who you think needs to learn about how to get started with freelancing. I will see you in another video.